Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Alright, I just want to say before this video starts, I know I look like shit covering my hair because I don't have a haircut. Give me money to get a haircut, thank you. And roll the clip. So today, I don't know if you can tell by the title or the thumbnail, but today I'm going to be talking about one of the craziest things that has ever happened to me in my life. Almost basically, I kind of could have died from this. It was actually like a very near-death experience. It was pretty nuts what happened. So basically, let me bring you to the backstory. All right, so back in like early summer of 2015, my dad purchased this Jeep, a 1997 Jeep Wrangler 4.0 Sport. Pretty stock, you know, basic. But the thing is, the guy had it in the garage for years. It had a whole bunch of dust on it. It could have been there for almost like 4 or 5 years. The Jeep only had like 30,000 miles or 28,000 miles at the time. It was pretty brand new. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful Jeep. So my dad purchased the Jeep. You know, he wanted this really reliable car that can, you know, withstand snow, anything that gets in his path, basically. So a Jeep, it's a monster. We had so much fun in the summer. And then we were getting prepped for the winter time because over here in Boston, it gets really bad during the winter times. Actually, like, yesterday we almost had a blizzard, which is nuts. So he prepared it by like getting these monster nice tires. I don't remember the size of the tires, but I had pictures of the Jeep, and he had these nice rims, beefy tires. It was ready. So after the brand new tires and rims, he wanted a 3-inch lift kit. So when the package arrived at the house, you know, we opened the box. It came with springs, shocks, like basically everything you need suspension wise to lift up a Jeep. And it also came with this extendable drive shaft that like went in and out and stuff just in case for the bumps in the rear. My dad never put that on. I do not know why. So we go to get this lift kit installed. The drive shaft would not fit because it needed the extendable drive shaft that went in and out. So somehow my dad found a way to put the stock drive shaft in, even with the lift kit and stuff, which it was a really bad thing down the road because it was putting a lot of stress on that drive shaft. And I think one day he was driving down the highway and it popped right out, and he was driving in front wheel drive or all wheel drive. Just the front 2 wheels were grabbing. So after that, he knew he had to, you know, put on that extendable drive shaft because that was intended. That came in the box. You know, he should have put that on in the first place. So we bring it to the shop again. We put that drive shaft on. Everything was perfect. Everything was beautiful. Then about like a month later, me and my dad and my brother went out to this little street racing thing they have in Boston. Basically, if you don't know what street racing is, it's illegal. But most of us still have fun just watching it, and sometimes it's not really safe. What am I saying? But sometimes you know, people keep it safe. You know, they chill a little bit. You know, just two people racing at a time. So it's basically drag racing, but on the street. You know, people want to race other people in their cars, and yeah, you just have it on the street. So, you know, we're out here. It was about 2 in the morning. I'm over here Periscope living. I'm like, hey, everybody enjoying themselves, doing burnouts and stuff, you know, just racing, having fun. You know, you have the little nice cars lined up. Everybody's taking photos of them. I guess it kind of felt like something out of like Fast and the Furious. It was pretty dope. Even though I went to many like street races, but this one was pretty like nice and like organized. Like every street race or every like little spot everybody meets up for street racing, it always gets crashed by the police. Cops. Get out of the way. Everybody's running. I don't know. Let's go. Taking me out. Fuck you, me. Oh, I fucking fell apart. So the police are coming, you know, everybody runs, everybody goes to their car to drive away so they won't get caught. So me and my dad were walking to the Jeep. You know, we bring the Jeep there. And I just had a feeling that he was going to do something stupid because, well, my dad, well, not even only my dad, it's just when you have like that vibe around you that everybody's just like, you know, doing burnouts, racing, like you want to do something. And I know that that's what he had, but it's a Jeep. Like, I think in the Periscope, I think I'll have it up or something, but in the Periscope, I even said it. I'm like, don't do nothing stupid in the Jeep. Nigga, don't do nothing stupid in the Jeep. Cause I felt it, like I felt that he was gonna do something dumb. But it's my dad, so I love that, man. So, you know, my dad turns on the car, he starts revving it, already getting bad vibes. I'm like, uh-oh, something bad's gonna happen. Then as soon as he pulls out, you know, I already feel him, he's revving the car, revving the Jeep up, revving it up again. And then he comes to a standstill. I'm like, don't do nothing stupid, please. And then this man revs up the Jeep, drops the clutch, and basically try to do a burnout in a Jeep. And not only in a Jeep, in a lifted Jeep with tires probably the size of me. And I'm a fucking huge guy. Like, these tires are probably this wide, and they're really grippy. And, you know, you got stock axles, so probably gonna break. So my dad tries to do this little burnout in the Jeep. And right there, it fucked up. But we heard this little like noise. It sounded like something like snapped. And me and my dad looked at each other. I'm like, God damn it, Dad, what did you do now? Because, you know, just a month before, he basically ripped the drive shaft apart and it came right out. So I'm looking at my dad like, what did you do? So we both jump out of the car. I end my Periscope. Bruh, I'm up. And then I'm looking underneath the car with my flashlight. I was like, what can you possibly do? What can you possibly break now? And I'm looking at the drive shaft. I don't see anything wrong with the drive shaft. Everything was perfect. Everything was nice. It looked normal. But the one thing that I didn't notice is if you have a broken axle in the rear, you will not see that broken axle. The wheel and axle will actually stay in the differential and will not come out until you drive. So this is when the scary part happens. So, you know, we're in Boston, and where I live is pretty far from Boston. So we have to drive on the highway all the way back to my house. So we get back in the car, we try to drive it off, and then we noticed that the car would not move. So basically the rear tires in the back would not move at all. The rear wheels, excuse me. So we did exactly what he did when he broke the drive shaft. We put it in all-wheel drive. So basically it activated the front wheels to spin. And we basically tried to drive it home just front wheels only. And this part is actually the scariest part. So, you know, we got to drive on the highway. We're driving. We feel safe. We're like, okay, we're good. And then my brother's right behind us in his friend Civic. We get a call saying, your wheel's sticking out. My dad's like, what? What do you mean the wheel's sticking out? And right when he said that, I felt the car like wobbling a little bit. And I was like, the wheel is fucking falling out. There's no way. And I was scared because we're on the highway. Well, not even on, well, we are on a highway, but we were in like a tunnel going up to a bridge in Boston. The Zachem Bridge, if you guys know. And it's about like 3 in the morning. You know, we're driving a little bit. We're pulling to the side. I'm like, Dad, you have to stop. You have to pull to the side. We're pulling to the side. And then out of nowhere, the wobble got bad, and the wheel came the fuck out. In the middle of the highway, we skid about 50 feet with 3 wheels. The whole back just like lifted up, sliding. It was literally something out of a movie. I actually never felt so scared in my fucking life because, you know, in the highway, there's cars going about 60 miles an hour passing you fast as fuck. And then you got these big 18-wheelers passing you fast as fuck too. And the thing is, like, this little tunnel, it had a curve, and we were like, in that little curve, you will not see us. And we were all the way in the side, just like here, and then the curve was here, and then cars are just passing us going fast. And like, one wrong move, or if we would have kept going and my brother didn't tell us to like stop, we probably would have got fucked over, or who knows, the car could have flipped over, we could have got hit. And even being on the side of that road was fucking unsafe as fuck. We had people beeping at us, like we were inches away from being fucking like hit by a car or something crazy would happen. We're in the middle of the highway with, you know, just 3 wheels, and this is like freaking me the fuck out because I just don't know what the fuck just happened. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? A month later, the whole wheel just falls out. Like, I never expected myself in a million years to fucking get in, like, I guess a little accident by a wheel just falling off. And when this happened, I was actually so fucking pissed off in the car. Like, I was like, what the fuck just happened? I just told my dad not to do nothing stupid. Like, I felt a bad vibe. Like, I felt something. Like, you guys ever feel something like something bad's gonna happen? You ever feel that, like, that feeling? I don't know how to explain it, but like, I felt it, and then it actually did happen. I was so fucking pissed off. Like, that Jeep is like, it's a beautiful car, or it's a beautiful truck, a beautiful whatever. It's a beautiful Jeep, and like to see it right now, it's still on 3 fucking wheels, and it just pisses me off just seeing it every fucking day in the driveway with 3 wheels. It actually pisses me off, because trust me, that could have been easily prevented, and we could have been driving it right now during this snow. And this happened like last year of August or something, right when I was coming back to school, or 2 months before August. And it's just crazy to think that, like, my dad a month ago before that happened, he broke the drive shaft clean off, and then a month later he leaves the fucking Jeep on 3 wheels. So basically what happened was, my dad, he broke an axle, and when an axle breaks, you do not see that axle break at all, because it's inside like a little differential. So basically this is the axle, and then it goes into this little differential spot, and the axle is not visible at all, and it's held on in the middle of the diff by, I guess, like gears or something. But right there of that, like in the middle of the axle, it broke off, and like I don't know how he did it, but it like literally twisted off like a pretzel. Like, this Jeep is so fucking beautiful. It's still got 38,000 miles, almost 40,000 miles for a 97. Like, that's pretty crazy. And Jeeps alone are just beautiful, and they're reliable cars. You can use them for anything, the summer, winter, anything. And it's just really crazy to think that, like, I could have possibly died from that. Like, if my brother did not call, I don't know what would happen, honestly. We could have, like, lost the wheel right in the middle of the highway and get hit by a car right behind us or something. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. Just how I almost could have fucking died, and how my dad fucked up bad. He should have never done that burnout on that truck. Yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to leave a comment and tell me what you think about this video and about this story. Because honestly, like, I don't think this ever happened to anybody. Pretty fucking weird. Yeah, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.
My ambitions as a rider, your boys probably got ambitions as a pop artist. When I'm set to pop off like the Perry on, I could fuck the world raw off the liquor I count, my knots in a provocative way. Jealousy got some more partners blind on me. Hennessy sipping till I'm in my coffin. Smoke the one, hit a quitter, so I'm coughing.